Hi, I am aware that the quality of this video is going to be terrible, but it is what it is. So I wanted to pop on today and say a lot of people want to say, oh, I'm messed up because I was, in this relationship with this narcissist, and narcissistic trauma is absolutely hands down psychological warfare. It is real, and the shit sucks. So I'm not negating that whatsoever, but what I want to say is this. If you are in a relationship with somebody that you know is actually narcissistic, the reason I say that narcissism and codependency are the flip sides of the same coin is because a narcissist will take in order to gain their identity, their whatever it is they're trying to gain subconsciously from a relationship that they didn't get at a time that they genuinely needed it. They will take in order to try to gain that thing, where a codependent will give in order to try to gain that thing. And then we get angry that we give and that we're not gaining the thing that we thought we were supposed to gain from giving. So that being said, there's a dance that goes on, there's a system, and it doesn't really matter why the system was created. I just want you to see the systems at play, because as codependents, we often can, especially codependent empaths, we see the system at play and then we feel bad because we know where the system began. It's like, oh, he became that way because this happened and then that happened, and I can see the way his mind works, and if I could just walk him down his own alleys and revert back to that one time, then maybe I could change his mind. And we spend our lives living on somebody else's alleyways, mentally speaking, and their pathways to try to fix them, to get them back to wholeness, when that just keeps us from actually walking our own path and being in our own wholeness. So if you are in a relationship with somebody who you know is narcissistic, one, stop blaming them, but also stop, there's no blame here. What I want you to take responsibility for is this reality, which is, no offense to any cat lovers, but cats, outdoor cats, my dad says he hates outdoor cats. I was going to call them assholes, but he hates outdoor cats because they just torture animals. And my partner and I were talking about this because I think that it is terrible to have an indoor cat. I think it goes against their nature. And my partner was like, yeah, well, their instinct is to torture. And I kind of sat back and I was like, holy shit. It's actually their instinct. So in a situation in which we feel intuitive, it is some forethought process, right? We go, oh, our instincts say this to do this thing, but it's this forethought process where what was actually usually at play, unless it's a situation that we have to be an emergency immediately, we are using our intuition, which is foresight. And it's not someone's instinct. And I think a lot of codependents are in their intuitive bodies, and a lot of narcissists are in their, what I would call, instinctual bodies, in the sense that, and this is what actually the codependent has to get into, the instinct of the animal. But in a sense, a cat will torture a mouse, right? And it's its instinct to do that. And the mouse doesn't go, oh my God, why is it torturing me? I feel so bad that it's torturing me, right? This is the problem with being conscious. Is that we can see why it's torturing you, but you let it happen anyway. So the cat will just literally gouge its eyes out, puncture it here, bite its tail off. It just tortures it, leaves it to die. Doesn't even, it doesn't think twice about it. The cat thinks it's playing, okay? So if you're the mouse, and oh my God, the mouse metaphor could be used a million times over, but with intermittent reinforcement, might teach us so much about what the mind does. But if you're the mouse, you don't have to leave. And I know that you're going, I know I should leave, the world tells me to leave, but I can't bring myself to do it. You don't have to leave, but recognize the game for what it is, which is you're the mouse, okay? And if you take that role, and you want to take that role, that's fine, whatever, be the mouse. But you don't have to dissect why the cat is doing what it's doing anymore, or have compassion for it. If you look at it as doesn't matter why, what is true is that its instinct is to play with me, which actually ultimately kills me. And it's not this serious, we want it to be serious, we want them to take us seriously, and they don't. It's not this serious thing for them. Like, they're literally just playing, and the torture ultimately will end in a kill for them. And you can stay the mouse, but I want you to just see that you're the mouse. And if you were a little bit more cat-like, you would definitely, if you even just use that energy, just like transform from like, damn, I've been the mouse, to like, okay, let me just like fire up some feline in me a little bit. It'll change something for you, but that's kind of your medicine. That's kind of our medicine, is to recognize when it's time to change the animal, and recognize what animal you're actually playing and being. So I hope this was helpful for you today. I did a interview with Susan Ball this morning, which was pretty awesome, and that is going to come out June 1st, between June 1st and the 5th, so check it out on, check my Facebook out because it'll tell you the details there. Okay, bye guys.